This is above water analysis of Kyla's breaststroke. Okay, as we talked about before, we want to see her really push off of both of those legs into that start and make sure that she has her hands in a tight streamline, which is going to help her carry more momentum off of the blocks. Also, we see here that she does some dolphin kicks off of the start. We can't let her do that. That's going to get her disqualified. So we want to make sure that we hold that streamline into the pull-out. She just comes right up and starts swimming breaststroke, and we want to see breaststroke pull-out. So when she's coming through, right here is when we would start that pull-out, and then we would break out into our swimming. Okay. So this week we worked on breaststroke timing a lot with Kyla. And now she understands, thanks to the load and shoot drill, that we want to make sure that when her hands get to this point right here underneath her body, she wants to have her heels all the way up against her backside so that she can kick and explode forward into that streamline. We want to try to remove the inefficiency of having her arms move forward and her legs move forward at the same time. Eliminating this inefficiency, as we can see right here, legs coming forward and arms shooting forward at the same time, will allow us to stay higher in the water, swim with more power, and swim more efficiently. Coming into the wall, we want to make sure that Kyla's coming in and out in a very tight, narrow area. As we see here, she comes in, hits the wall, and comes very high out of the water. We want her to make sure that she stays low to the water, eyes on that hand. She does a good job of not turning out to the side and bringing that other hand back behind her head, which is exactly what we would like to see. Again, we don't see a breaststroke pull out here off of the wall, which is important. We want to make sure we get those pull outs in there. So as Kyla becomes more tired, we see that her timing begins to deteriorate. Using the load and shoot drill that she learned this week will help her improve her timing over the long haul and prevent breakdowns at the end of a 50. Following is underwater analysis of Kyla's breaststroke. Okay, we can see here Kyla makes a mistake and does some dolphin kicks off the wall. She just made a mistake and she knows that she's going to do breaststroke pullouts on her breaststroke. Additionally, we see that when she first comes into the water, it takes her almost all the way until she gets to the surface of the water to tighten those hands up into a good streamline. This is really slowing her down and not allowing her to take any momentum off of the start. We need to see her head tucked down into that tight streamline with her hands together and her arms squeezing her ears. So early on in this stroke, we can see that her hands are coming well beyond her shoulders, all the way back to her hips almost. So we want to make sure that we finish that stroke a little bit closer to underneath the chin. She has a very wide kick. She can narrow that kick just a little bit. Look at how wide her knees are right now. All she has to do is keep those knees a little bit more narrow because she has very good knee flexibility. So she'll be able to get those legs out and around very well. She also has good ankle flexibility, as we can see here. Alright, we got to make sure that we do a pull out off of each wall. Now we're going to talk about this timing. So once we get to this point in the stroke, we can see that she almost has her heels all the way up to her backside. We want to make sure that they are all the way to her backside so she can explode those arms forward with the kick. Improving that timing will prevent this part of the stroke right here where she has her arms moving forward and her legs moving in the same direction, which is all negative resistance against the water. Improving her timing will allow her to swim with more efficiency and maintain more speed towards the end of her races. It'll also help her keep her hips higher in the water so she can stay on top of the water. Swim with more power.